Well, you can see this particular program, what we have discussed in first program. You can see these three inputs, input 1, input 2, and input 3. We have discussed the last input. If you see the last input, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when we add all the digits, we are getting the sum as 15. Again, 15 is further added to 1 plus 5. It is giving us the value 6. This is the basic program. How do we solve? You can see the time complexity is big O of n. We are adding the number to number modulus 10 as what we have discussed. Number dividing by 10. The number is equals to 0 and sum is greater than 9. We are initializing the number to sum and making the sum to 0. This is the last method which is optimized one we can see here. If you see the time complexity which is mentioned below, you can see the time complexity here. It is big O of 1. Number minus 1 modulus 9 plus 1 gives us the value. These are two examples for 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the way how we optimize a program step by step. Further, lot more programs, lot more content will be shared to you. I'd like to show you some other example. Fine. Well, let's quickly go to the second program once again. Hope you everyone understood what is logic we are trying to do. Done. Right. Is everyone able to see my screen? Well, this particular program deals with the counting the number of digits in a given program. This one is the basic pseudo code, or you can take it as method 1. The time complexity here again it is big O of n. Right, let us discuss with the method 2. Right. The logic here is simple. Integer of log 10 of any number, adding plus 1 to it gives us the number of digits in it. Let us see this example. Log 10 of 100 gives us the value 2 because it is 10 square. So bases are equal, just the power will be displayed. So the output is 2. I'm typecasting to integer because log 10 of value 2 gives us the value 0.3010. Typecasting 0.3010 of integer is gives us the value 0. So 0 plus 1 gives us the value 1. Because 2 is a single digit, the answer is same itself. Let's try to execute the program and check whether it works or not. Right, this is a basic program, how we solve. Be able to see my screen clear. This is a basic program, how do we solve? This is the optimized program. Integer of log 10 of number plus 1. I'm using log 10 here, which can be included using the math.h library. I'm trying to execute this particular program. You can see a black window is open. I'm giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number of digits in this particular number is 6. This is how it gives us the value. Let us check for some other example. I'm trying to again run this particular program. Let us try to give some other value 1, 2, 3, 4. The output should be 4. So we're getting the output. This is the way how we optimize our programs step by step. This is a demo session. And the last program what I'm going to discuss to you is number of digits in a factorial. You can directly think in the place of number, we can directly write the factor of the number. I would like to, 1 second. Well, you can see my presentation. The problem statement is given a number n, count the digits in the factorial of a number. Clear? The constraints are 1 less than or equals to n less than or equals to 999. So the maximum value of n might be 999. Okay. If you see input 1, 6. 6 factorial gives us the value 720. So the digits in the factorial of a given number is 3. So the output is 3 here. And come to second example, 5 factorial gives us the value 123. Similarly, there are 3 digits in 120. So the output is 3. When comes to 35, the number of digits in 35 factorial is 41. There is no data type which shows the maximum of 40 digits. As we know the data types, integer, character, long int, etc. The maximum value which is stored by long integer, unsigned long int is 20 digits maximum. So how do we find the factorial? Basic approach, how do you think is, let's first find the factorial and let's go with the dividing the number by 10 and incrementing the count each step by step. But this method doesn't work here. This is the question asked in 3 to 4 MNCs, Deloitte, Infosys, as well as Capgemini. Let's see the next. Let's see the solution. You can see the logic here. Number of digits is calculated using logarithms, right? Log 10 of 10 gives us the value 1. Integer of 1 is nothing but 1. 1 plus 1 gives us 2 digits. So this is a way how to find the number of digits. If you understood this particular part here, if you see the particular program what I wrote here, I'm taking a value called float, which is initialized to 0. I'm iterating the loop from number 1 to, iterating the loop from I equals to 1 to the given number. If you take the 40 factorial until the 40, what I'm trying to do is each and every step I'm trying to add the number of digits in that particular number. You can see how does it work. Number of digits in factorial of a number. Log 10 of 1000 factorial. Nothing but it gives the total digits in it. You can see here 1000 factorial, right? 1000 factorial can be written as 1000 into 999 factorial. Nothing but a into b, ab, right? I'm trying to substitute this particular equation 2 in equation 1 so that it becomes 1000 into 999 factorial here. As we know the basic first step in logarithms, log ab equals to log a base log b given base 10. This is the logic I'm trying to apply here. This particular fourth equation I'm substituting in the equation 3. So log 10 of 1000 plus log 10 of 999 factorial. Again this 999 factorial will continue the same. 999 plus 888 factorial. Again 888 factorial. So on 777 factorial. So all 666, 555, so on. Adding all these values, the value will be in float. So I'm taking the number VAL as a float so that we might not miss any particular value. Clear? At last, if you see, adding all these particular numbers plus 1 gives the total number of digits. Well, you understood this particular concept. How do you find the number of digits in a given factorial? So the basic concept here we try to do is first we find the factorial of a given number and next we try to figure it out the number of digits in that particular factorial. Instead of going those both, this particular program works in Python rather than C, because there is no data type which can store maximum, which can store more than 20 digits. Long int stores a max of 20 digits. So this program, the factorial followed by a counting the digits program, doesn't work in C. It works in Python. We can check this when we start the training session. Well, you understood this particular three programs. Fine. Last program I would like to discuss to you people is bitwise operators. One point I would like to share all the time: having the knowledge is not at all important. Applying the knowledge what we have is really important. Let's check this basic one. Everyone knows what are bitwise operators. I'd like to wrap the session in 5 to 10 minutes. This particular type of problems, this particular type of methodology will be going to discuss in the entire training session. After this particular program, I like to share the content for 10 days. Bitwise operators, the name itself indicates that the operation which is going to perform is will be performed by bitwise. Bitwise and bitwise or XOR and negation. In my training, I would like to deal more with the XOR. There are a lot more exciting programs. Let's be discussed regarding XOR. I like to always use the term called beauty of XOR, because this particular XOR, when you come up with multiple programs where we're going to discuss in further sessions, you can understand why I said this beauty of XOR. Right. Before discussing what is XOR, I would like to take two bits called A and B and try to find A XOR B. XOR indicates when both the bits are same, the output is 0. When both the bits are not equal, the output is 1. So 0 XOR 0 gives us 0, 0 XOR 1 gives us 1, 1 XOR 0 gives us similarly 1, 1 XOR 1 gives us 1. Have you understood what is the concept of XOR? Right? I would like to find the value of 5 XOR 9. See, the name, the operators itself indicates that the operations which are performed bit by bit. I'm writing 5 in binary. It is nothing but 101. When it comes to 9, it is 1001. To make both equal, I'm making it as 0. I'm performing the operation of 5 XOR 9. Right? The answer is 11. Fine. Let's perform the XOR. Let's come with last. If you see last two bits of particular 5 and 9, 1 XOR 1 gives us the value 0. Again 0 XOR 0 gives us the value 0. 1 XOR 1 gives us the value 1. At last again 0 XOR 1 gives us 1. The output is 12. Have you understood the concept? At last two bits perform. When comes to 5 the last bit, and comes to 9 the last bit. 1 XOR 1 gives us the value 0, and next 0 XOR 0 is 0. 1 XOR gives us the value 1, and 0 XOR 1 gives us the value 1. When converting this particular number to decimal, it gives us the value 12. So 5 XOR 9 gives us the value 12. Right? Let us take some numbers which are same. Let us take 3 XOR 3. 3 is 1 1, and the other 3 is obviously again 1 1. When we try to perform the XOR between these bits, we getting the answer 0. We convert this particular 0 0 to decimal. again it results the answer in 0. So why I would like to tell this particular point is the basic approach how do we check two numbers equal or not is particular in this way. If number 1 double equals number 2, we are gonna print them as equal. Clear? What if both the numbers are not equal? They are not equal, right? These small steps matters a lot because the persons who is interviewing or persons expecting when we go to interviews expect these type of particular questions rather than what we go in the normal approach. So always I would like to say approaching a particular problem through each and every corner helps us to develop our problem solving skills. See, instead of going with this particular if and else, number 1 double equals number 2 equal else not equal, you can directly go with this particular one. If number 1 XOR number 2 double equal to 0 gives us the value equal, right? This way how we apply our knowledge what we know. This is a small example. First I would like to discuss with XOR. There are a lot more examples. I'll be dealing with XOR in these further sessions. Hope you understood how we try to approach a particular solution. In the previous 3 programs, you can see the method first approach, method 2 approach. The method 1 approach is the basic approach. Each and everyone would address it. But trying and writing these programs in competitive exams, like let's take the main example of TCS CodeVita. Hope third years who are listening this video already registered for TCS CodeVita. When it comes to TCS CodeVita, the main problems are time and space complexity. These time and space complexity, when there is an issue with it, they are not gonna accept your solutions. So the way how do we optimize our programs, how do we go and solve with a different approach will be explained in this particular session. Now I would like to share the content of this training. Well, you can see the content which is scheduled for 10 days. Hope this 10 days might be extended, depends on your response. See, these are the particular C content. See, our in-depth solution is solving the problems by conceptually is our main motto. Daily discussion of the problems as well as the problem solving will be done daily. These are the first 6 days for C programming. And when it comes to Python, and these are the 4 main days, what are the topics might be covered in Python. Each and every point will be discussed, doubt sessions will be there. Hope you enjoyed all those programs. Due to lack of time, we are stopping it here. Now, my colleague Kishore will address you regarding few points. I'm stopping my screen share. Well, Kishore, you can carry on. Hold on. Yeah, Kishore.
Yeah, Kushal, thank you. Give access for screen sharing, okay? Kushal? Yeah.
Done, Kishore.
See, thank you, Kushal. Everyone have a look at this screen. Here, as I told you, some of the outcomes before, the same thing was written here. Outcomes, in-depth conceptual development. Whenever we are teaching something, whenever we are going through one concept, all the different types of solutions or different types of questions that will be addressed in the sessions. Okay. For suppose, as Kushal told now, when it comes to bitwise operator, there are almost 500 questions, different types of questions in bitwise operators. You know that each and every question. See, We all know that machine level language will be very faster than this our normal high level language, because their binary operations will be performed. And when compared to bitwise operators and normal operators, bitwise operators time complexity will be very low. I mean, the time consumed to execute that particular operations will be very less when it compared to bitwise operators with normal operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, right? And I think you all know that these operations, normal mathematical operations, can be done by bitwise operators. Okay. And coming to the next point, ability to solve the problems in different ways. See, now sir has told you how many ways you can solve a problem and how many different ways, right? See, when we come to a point that how to find number of digits in a given number, we just think of that only one while loop and dividing the number by 10, repeating it and checking whether the number is greater than 0 or not. And we will be doing that same basic level coding there, right? But sir has taught you one new logic, right? We want to learn to teach students in that manner, not the basic one. Okay. Logic development, that is what the sir has taught you, and has shown you many examples there. Error rectification, as I told you, see, whenever you encounter with an error, by just reading that error, you need to understand what mistake you have done in the program, and you need to change it at one instant. Like, see, what we people do when in stage of learning is, we just see the program, we just execute it. What happens there is, when you encounter with a segmentation fault, you will be in a dilemma. What happened? Why did this segmentation fault? That may be because of some index or out of bounds in arrays, or that may be in undeclared variables, or sometimes that may be because of ampersand, missing ampersand in scanner. Okay. Once we get an error, we need to keep it in our mind that that error should be solved very easily and very fast. I mean, like, at the first instant you see the error, you need to get an idea, oh, so and so line, so and so error is there, and that you should get it before seeing the line only. You should understand that. Okay. And how to approach to solve a problem, as I told you, you need to look each and every possible logic that you can implement for that. And mostly maths is a basic thing. Basic maths will help you a lot in solving a problem. Okay. Optimization techniques, where you reduce the time complexity, space complexity, level of optimization. As you keep on reducing the logic, I mean, as you keep on implementing your logical skills, this level of optimization will go to maximum. Okay. Now, as you have seen the content also, and we have told you the outcomes, next coming to types of problems that we are going to deal in our sessions. Okay. Levels, we have scheduled, I mean, we have segregated them into 3 levels, where for each and every topic or content, basic level programs of 30% of basic level programs will be discussed, 45% of intermediate level, and hard 25%. See, when it comes to hard, it will be in expertise level. But well, let me tell you, this intermediate level is almost equal to Deloitte questions, or Infidiki questions. Okay, you got it. And situation based, we are going to give you we are not just going to give you a question and just a sentence of question, and we don't tell you to find the solution. We make a situation, we create a situation, and we'll tell you to solve it. Okay. You need to read the question, each and every word, and you need to identify what information is given in that. Okay. And this is MNC's pattern, how MNCs create a question paper, and how they give you, and how you need to think when you see a question, and how you need to get information from that. That all we will be teaching you. Okay. Next, timings about the sessions. Normally these sessions we are planning to implement at the end of the days, like in the afternoon sessions, like starting from 3 or 4. Okay. Why? Because most of you people, because of this lockdown, colleges are conducting internal examinations, external examinations on through online, like by Zoom or any other platform. Okay. So we don't want to make these get overlapped with them, and that's why we are planning these sessions in the afternoon after 3 or 4. And coming to registrations link will be sent to you people, and that I think you all people are present in the groups that we have created now. registration links will be sent to the groups, and every content that we are going to deal will be sent. As soon as you make your registrations, we are going to start the session in the next 2 days. We'll give you the information very soon. Hope if you have any doubts, we have left with more 10 minutes. If you have any doubts, you can text here or you can ask us. And no, don't worry whether we are going to deal from basic level or not. Definitely, we are going to deal from basic level, from scratch level, that each and everyone will understand. And when it comes to doubts clarification, 24/7 around the clock we will be available. You can text Kushal sir, or you can text me, or you can just post your doubt in the group. We'll be here always to help you, and that's what our main motto is. No need of worrying that whether sir will be available at 2 o'clock in the morning, or they will be sleeping at 11 o'clock, or whatever it may be. You don't worry about that. If you have any doubt, you can post it in the group. As soon as we see them, we will be helping you. And mostly we will be Kushal sir will be awake in the morning, and I will be awake in the nights regularly, because we people are very much busy in Netflix, Prime, and Amazon, whatever it may be, right? So you need not to worry. Whenever you have any doubt, you can post it in the group, and we will be here to help you. Okay? You can, if you have any doubts, you can ask it in the chat. Okay?
Well, thank you, Kushar. I am unmuting each and everybody. Who the people who are having doubts can be clarified.
क्या भी नहीं होता सेकंड काउंसलिंग में रख लेते
सेकंड में क्या है सेकंड में क्या रखी
मैं निम्स ही रखी थी निम्स के
Well, people who are having doubts can raise your hands. You'll be clarifying those doubts. You can post doubts in the chat box mentioned. Any doubts regarding the training session will be addressed. The type of problems what we are going to discuss is very different from the problems you have seen. Most of the questions which are framed by me and Mr. Kishore will be discussed in these sessions. Any doubts you can ask us in the chat. Anyone?
No, we are not going to provide any certificate to anyone, as it is a private training session, so we cannot provide you any certificate. But the thing is that by the end of the session, by the end of the day, you will learn something new, and you will be very faster than your you will not you'll cross almost all your competition. Okay, and it will be very much helpful for your MNCs. And still any doubts?
I'm just a beginner and okay, fine. The course will begin just with the basics, what you're going to deal. Like you need to just have a basic knowledge in C, because if you have a basic knowledge, it is also will be easier to make through throughout the session. You can easily ask any doubts regarding your programs or particular concepts. We are here to help all the time. The topics or the content what I have shared with you will be discussed from basics, total in-depth conceptual development by using problems. Of this question, of this answer solves your question. Any further questions? Anyone? While a feedback form and a mail regarding the registrations is being sent to your particular mail IDs. I think Kishore, did we mail them?
No, we haven't sent them the mail, but now as soon as the meeting will be finished, we'll send them the mails, and we'll post that mail, that links also in the group. Okay, everyone please fill the feedback form, and if interested, you can register in that. And there in the registration form, the fees will be charged as 700. What you need to do is you need to transfer amount to that number, and you need to mention the transaction ID in that document, Google form, and you need to submit that form, so that as soon as we see that, we'll send you a mail regarding the successful payment and registration for the course. Okay. and no need to worry. We are not going to make any fraud things or anything like that, because nowadays these things are going very viral in the society. Like almost 15 crores to 20 crores of frauds have been done in Hyderabad city only, not even in Telangana or not even in AP. Are you getting my point? You can trust us I mean, it's up to you whether you want to trust us or not, but we are telling you we are not going to make anything like that, and we are not going to gain anything in that. Everything will be pure transparent, and everything is with moral and ethical values.
Fine,
Hope
Kishore.
you understood everything.
Well, you can see more problem solving, different types, how to approach a problem in the next coming sessions of this particular training, which is going to be for a couple of days from 10 to 12 days. I would like to discuss the basics of Python in those particular 4 days. If not, we would like to extend our sessions for particular 3 to 4 days based on your responses. Also, there are few surprises and gifts for the particular persons and rewards who are going to program very well. Daily practice problems are given to each and everybody. We are going to create other group who the people who will be registered. For them, particularly, we will be giving daily practice questions. After the overall training or in the middle of training, we'll be making a note of each and every particular approach of the solutions you have done. We'll gonna reward few persons who are gonna more approach the program in a very different way. There are few rewards, and most, I guess, few students of mine already joined the session. This is the batch 2. This is the batch 2. Already the batch 1 seminar has done. This is the batch 2. Fine. Any doubts? Any further doubts? Fine. Purely hands-on experiences will be understand each and every step in the particular program, how I am solving. I'll be explaining each and every point. Like, I'm not going to teach you something, I'm going to train you in the concepts what you know already. Well, you can easily crack few MNCs like TCS, Capgemini, Infosys, HCL, other etc. With these kind of basics and the problems what we deal with you. Around 100 problems, 100 to 150 problems will be dealt in this particular training session. Any further doubts will be addressed. The meeting is gonna end in 2 minutes. Hope everyone is clear from doubts. Still any doubts? Well, thanks everyone who attended the session. Any further queries, we are here to address you.
Shreya, right? You are asking is the track will be fast? No, it's always depends on your performance levels. Okay, if the batch is very fast, we are going to give more information, lot of information to you people. If the batch is very slow or if the batch is moderate, it completely depends on your performance level. For suppose if the first 4 days you people are very slow, based on that we are going to deal the session. For the next 5 days, if you are very fast, based on that your skills, everything based on your skills. So if you are very fast, that will be fast. If you are very slow, that will be slow. The main motto of us is to teach you a lot of information that can be taught in the planned session, planned schedule. Okay, that will be extended if possible, if required. And
Fine,
I think
Kishore.
I have.
We have sent. We'll be sending you the mail regarding the registration link as well as the feedback for this demo session as well introduction session. Please give us your rating. If you like this rating, please suggest your friends to join. Well, the training will be scheduled in 1 to 2 days based on the number of responses received. Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.